Big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. There he goes left side. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
It's caught by Mike Evans.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On second down, Elliott once more. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He's got room at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point from McManus is good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Brady now on first down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, 59 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. but I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
But that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. On 3rd down, Elliott. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Shifts past him at the 45. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 2nd and 8. To throw is Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate, 48 yards. And the Bucs are back within a score. Succop for the extra point. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. And that flag accepted. Extra point try now for Succop. And the 3rd time's a charm as he finally gets one of these to go. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. 59 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Prescott off play action. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Bucs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Brady now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Chris Godwin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cowboys make over 1st and 10. They're on 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Prescott now. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Final play of the half, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Takes it at the 7. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
So the kick goes through, and then the penalty, that will add some yardage to the upcoming kickoff.
And now you got a choice about how you want to proceed, because on the kickoff with the additional yardage, you may want to game plan it and just boot it high and make the kicking team return and try and pin them in deep. Or you just go ahead and boot it through the opposite uprights and take the guaranteed touchback.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Dumps it off to Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Fournette running out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. From the 31, Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
46.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Up the gut, Fournette. Bulldozes past him and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Chris Godwin
saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Buccaneers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead will shrink to 6. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Brady now to throw. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Julio Jones from 19 yards away. And the Bucs are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Prescott. Open man Lamb It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this a very important drive leading to the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fielded at the 33. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Pollard going to try the right side. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Pollard again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Peyton Hendershot with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have taken a 4th quarter lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now McManus for the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. A gain there of 21 yards. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Brady to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brady. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is caught by Evans. Touchdown! Mike Evans, 38 yards. And the Bucs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote onto your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, it goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich, at Maryland in college, did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Dak. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
To throw is Brady. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
The Buccaneers are moving on in these playoffs as we say thanks for watching and so long.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap.